kind of your whole goal with ballet is to make it look effortless and perfect and get as close to perfection as you can. So everything is about maintaining that facade or that front of quote unquote perfection. Hi, my name's Sarah Murphy-Dyson. When I was 3, actually, I was on the beach with my mom, and this woman came up to her and told her she should put me into ballet. And my mom had no idea why or what she was talking about, but she did, and I hated it. Quite a while later, this poster went up at our ballet school, and it said National Ballet School, and it had a girl in a penché being partnered by a guy. I remember my parents saying they let me audition, but they were like, oh, they won't get in, it's just a fun thing. So I got in to summer school, went to summer school, and it was the most amazing thing of my life. I loved it so much. I had so much fun. And then I got accepted in for the year. And from Victoria, BC, the school's in Toronto, so it was really far. I was living in Res from the time I was 11 years old. And it just got really hard for my parents, so they told me I had to leave. And I was devastated. And then I came back and I went back to my ballet class. And after class, my teacher called me over and she said, so-and-so noticed that you put on weight when you were away. I'd never thought of that in my life. And that was a big shift for me. I feel like I kind of lost the innocence of childhood there. And then things started to change for me on the inside even more. Dark, black, disgusting. I hated myself. So, as things were getting better in my career, things were kind of getting worse for me on the inside. I remember I heard somewhere, and I don't know where, but I heard about being able to make yourself throw up. But I remember thinking, oh, I wonder if I could do that. And then I tried it, and I could. This eating disorder started to take over my life, but nobody knew. I didn't want anyone to think less of me. And my relationship got so messed up with food. I didn't know how to eat at normal functions. I didn't know how to be normal. Looking back, I know how I was feeling inside, and it was really not where I wanted to be. The worst part about it was the shame. The shame about what I was doing, which is part of what keeps you trapped in that cycle, that awful cycle, is, I felt just sick with shame about what I was doing and what a bad person I was for doing it and what was wrong with me. And I just thought that was it. I thought that was going to be my life. And the idea of that was horrible because I felt like there was no escape from it. I am worthy. So my circumstances changed a lot. I retired from the ballet to study acting full time. So everything that I was holding in, I slowly learned to let out and to share. And even though it felt embarrassing, and even though I still had a lot of shame attached to it, the more I talked about it, the easier I got, and the more came out. And the more that came out, the less of this darkness that was inside me. So for me, that switch of, oh, I don't have to pretend, and I don't have to be happy all the time. Nobody's happy all that time. I'm terrified I'm not good enough. I'm terrified I'll fail. Whatever it is, if I can tap into that and acknowledge that and admit that to myself, it opens me up because I'm being honest. And then that brought me to Toronto, and now I mostly work as an actor, TV, film, and I work in casting as well, and I have an amazing 8-year-old daughter. Having her, I mean, you realize that everything you say and do is affecting somebody else and is becoming somebody else's reality. So even more so, I'm more conscious. I question everything. I try to be honest always with myself and with other people. And so that facade that I was trying to maintain or uphold or show, I don't even think of that anymore. I care less. It feels so good not to care what people think, to feel like the inside of me finally matches the outside. Yeah. So it's been a very long journey, and it's, looking back, it's kind of hard to believe that was me. But it's also very healing to talk about it and to admit it and to give voice to it. There are things you can do, and there are people that can help you get out of that, even though you probably don't believe it, because I know I didn't. The last ballet I ever did was Swan Lake. And at intermission, I opened a present that my friend had given me. And it's a 4-act ballet, so I still had 2 acts to do. But I opened it and I started bawling in my dressing room. It was a little necklace, and it said and says, "Leap and the net will appear." And I feel like that's a really good life motto. Trust, surrender, leap, and the net will appear for you. It'll all work out.